Hey there, and welcome back to Trainwreck, an educational monster train series where you watch me struggle at around 200 Pact Shards. If you celebrate, well, this is tech. Okay. I was about to drop them if you celebrate Merry Christmas, but it's because I'm recording this on Christmas. So if you celebrated in the past, then I hope you had a Merry Christmas. For me, I'm having a Merry Christmas right now, which is awesome. And I guess what that actually means is that Happy New Year, because you're seeing this episode on New Year, I believe. Yes. So that's exciting. Yes, cool. That is correct. I actually have my dates correct for once. You know how hard it is to actually maintain that? When you record ahead of time in order to get things ready for the week and such, I constantly lose sight of which day does an episode go up, when am I recording it versus when does it get uploaded. It's tough. It on the one hand, it would be a lot easier for me to always record tomorrow's episode the night before. But the truth is, I just don't have the time on an average workday to do that. So I have to record in bursts, basically. And it just results in this weirdness. So, fair enough. Fair enough. Holidays for everyone. Hoorah. Anyway, this is Trainwreck. We're currently on a 28 win streak. We had a little bit of a cheeky run last time. I had a Spine Chief run with a Serrated Mandible start that honestly cruised hard. I definitely brain offed in one combat and was like, haha, this will work, and then oh no, I've killed myself. But in this particular series, I'm not being particularly. There I go saying particularly twice in a row. In this series, I'm not overthinking the whole situation. I don't have power levels of enemies memorized. I'm not trying to compete for some massive win streak on this particular series. But so it was fine. I just reset and it was okay. I killed myself on Harpy just by ascending her, thinking I was going to get it with the it has some sap old magic, but anyway, we won the episode in the end, so it doesn't really matter. We had an endless multi-strike bogfly egg infused with a crucible warden, very tanky, and we just kind of sent it, right? It was just so much in the way of Echo charging to the floor. I had some spell chain perils of production in there, two of them, which let me play them all, and they were purple, right? So it let me play 4 echoes out of 2 cards, and then anything else I drew. So I just raced the Divinity and full killed him on the same turn that like all of my eggs were dying. It wouldn't have mattered because I had the behold the power of the endless eggs, but it was still the turn looked pretty scary. I looked at it and I was thinking, oh no, I'm in danger because it was also a harvest wave and they were harvesting all of my eggs, which is extremely entertaining to think about. But regardless, that was Chief. We're moving on to Queen. Cool, she's good. Hey, imps are good, right? So I don't have much else to add, so I suppose let's rock. Let's do it. You ever notice how the language I use at the beginning of these episodes is very similar in a lot of episodes? Things like me saying, I don't have much else to say, so let's play. And then I say something like, let's play Monster Train, or I don't know. It's just like getting habits with these kinds of things. Anyway, I'm going to click the depart button, and I'm saying it that way specifically to be different. So let's do it. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. You get into habits when recording, especially when you record multiple episodes back to back to back, right? Ooh, baby, this is going to be a strong run. When you record multiple episodes, one right after another, you regularly run into the situation where you're just doing the thing at that point, and you try to make them a little different because I don't want every episode to feel the same. Obviously, you're getting some update for how's my day going and things like that. But of course, the third episode I record in a day, it's not much has changed about my day. But I still try to make it a little bit, unique. If someone actually wants to watch the whole episode, they get to experience the oddities of my personality for an extended period of time. I don't know. Hopefully, it's entertaining. But that's all I'm going to say there. So let's hop in on this. Hope you're all doing well today. Jingle bells and all that nonsense. For me, for you, I suppose everyone's got champagne and we're celebrating 2023 or something. So that's cool. But for me, I am playing. Yeah, we're playing Exile Hellhorned and Exile Awoken. We have Root Seeds, which is killer. This card selection is also incredible. We are facing, this is Raged Hallows, Curse Arcus, and Sap Seraph with Fledgling Imp, Vine Grasp, and Tiresome Climb. These are this is among the best selection of setups you could have. You have Strong Imp, especially Fledgling Imp. I have a Ping, which is always incredible. And I have Tiresome Climb, which is Divinity Answer, as well as, potentially Seraph and other thing answers. This is just a killer start. With Root Seeds, so I can draw fast, man, we could full send it, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, of course, everything else could be cursed, we'll see, but the start is really good. Our temples are on 2, 3, 6, and 8, so 4 temples. Dupe on 8 is Steel Side, nothing fun. There's a Steel and a Magic Shop on 7. Neither of them are ridiculously good. It kind of spreads out the good things about them. There's a removal dupe with money on a 6. That's good if I can use it. It's competing with a kind of magic shop. Good steel shop with removals on 5. Although there is a trinket shop with a horde and boons on 5 as well. It's a really good trinket shop, actually. This is a really good floor. If I have the money walking in, ooh, and there's divine boons there. This is a really, really strong trinket shop. Potentially one of the best lineups. Just a lot of money. Free relic, and then also buy more. That's good. That's good. Unless I really desperately need this steel shop. We'll have to see. Speaking of steel shops, there's a good one on 4. You see it has Pyramanes removals. That's nice. It's only competing with a Horde Hellhorned banner aside, so that's not a big deal. Early game, we get double magic shops, both having an Awoken banner. So there's the steel shop with a Hellhorned banner, and then the other one on ring 3 is a Hellvent. Yeah, fair enough. Honestly, pretty good node generation overall. Ring 6. No, where is it? Ring 7. Where is this trinket shop? It's ring 5. I was wrong twice. I'll eventually get it. It's ring 5. This trinket shop is huge. Yeah, that's exciting. Capricious Reflection. A lot of people say Capricious Reflection start is bad. The truth is, I just disagree. You're going to have a few. The thing about Capricious Reflection that I think gets people, it trips people up because people are not used to making do with what they're shown. They're used to, okay, well, I do the thing that always wins. If you get your choice of upgrades, you're going to be like, all right, my backline's got multi-strike and a plus 25. Beautiful. I'm ready to go. People aren't used to adapting to what happens if my big good unit gets a large stone. Oh no. And theoretically, it's possible for every single one of your banner units to have a burnout 1 in it. But statistically, it's just impossible. It's not going to happen. I do not think that it is reasonable to expect that to happen. The chances of seeing the lower upgrades. Okay, Capricious Reflection chatter time. All right, because it is what I'm going to pick here. But the chance of seeing a big upgrade, so, one of the 4 large ones, large stone, multi-strike quick, that's increased. They have double the chance of showing up individually. Then the regular upgrades show up at a reduced rate, and the clan-specific upgrades show up even less than that. So you think about, in the grand scheme of things, hitting 2 things that you really care about with Burnout 1 is astronomical. It's not impossible, but we're talking so low that I'm more likely to get, I don't know. It's honestly more likely to win the lottery or something. That may not be a thing that makes sense to some people outside of the United States, but basically it's a super low likelihood event. Yeah, so I'm not really afraid of it. I can make do, I can adapt. It's something that I'm good at. So I think that this is almost always a good pickup. This also will mean that I'm getting random -1s and stuff. All of my cards will just be better overall. There will be some things that will be screwed up, and I'll just have to adapt my strategy, honestly. It's that simple. Anyway, we're clicking Imperialist because you can't make me click Royalty. I'm taking the Horde, And I'm going to start with Ashes of the Fallen because this run is unbelievable. Wow, okay. Unit draft, let's go. Ashes of the Fallen. Unreal. It's hard not just full sending this guy on bottom, but I think the play here is we want to save the Ember Drain, and I'm going to take the Fledgling Imp upstairs. That's just huge. They both get yeeted, and that's okay. I'm going to ascend. Here's the deal. I ascend this front man here, okay? He's going to take 30. He goes up, takes 20. It's 50. He dies. I can then Queen's Impling middle, which gets the Collector and clears this floor. Okay, now... Okay, I'm going to pull the 9x2 forward. This prevents the damage shield from coming in. I want to Root Seeds upstairs. And I wish to Train Steward downstairs. This looks risky, but we're guaranteed to get a Queen's Impling here, which I think is important. So we do that upstairs. That swings this in a big way. Now, I also want to do it downstairs because I need to kill the Foot Soldier here. This is, I'm doing what, 50 damage? If I put a single Root Seeds down, we kill the floor. Excellent work. Truly. Good job. Okay. All right, cool. Now, I'm looking for, yeah, we're going to do Train Steward, Fledgling Imp upstairs, play the Curse, and I should hopefully clear this now. We do. It's close. Wow. I mean, if I do a single Queen's Impling here, she also throws it, and we're okay, so it's fine. But dang. A tough combat, but we get through it. Full trial, full collector, and no damage. I mean, yeah, look at this. You have a +10 vent. Honestly, kind of sucks. I wish it could have been something else, but I'll take a -1 Ritual of Battle. That makes this significantly more playable. Holdover Fortify is what you take if you have an Apex Imp, but I don't know about that, in my opinion. I don't think that's really the pickup. I'm just going to take this 2-cost Ritual of Battle. That's great. Holdover Sting. -1 Sharpen or Holdover Restoration Detonation. A lot of holdovers here, which is kind of crazy. I'm going to the Steel Shop here because a single Endless swings this in a big way. Yes, so what you do is you sell this, and I hopefully get a good unit, because then I can sell the unit, and then at 170, I have a reasonably good chance of... Yeah, I have a reasonably good chance of being able to re-roll and do something good here. What do we have? Animus of Will, Awoken Hollow, Animus of Speed with Endless. I'm going to take the Animus of Will. It's fine. At worst, it's a good infusion. At best, it's something else, right? This could be a line, potentially, and the Rage is fine. It's not my goal, but it's fine. I will go for the Endless here. I'm going to look, see what we see. We see an Endless. Well, that's disgusting. We're very strong. Excellent work. Hellhorned Banner, Large Stone Branded Warrior. I mean, no. No, I don't think so. Branded Warrior infused into Animus of Will is not bad. But really, I could just toss a +25 on this Animus of Will, and with the Endless, we're fine. We're crunching, I believe. I mean, I could also... There's just disgusting things with this Ashes of the Fallen, too. Branded Warrior's infusion is just slower than this Imp. Full stop. So I'm just going to skip these units. They're fine. I wouldn't have taken them even if they had no upgrades. I am going to Endless the Fledgling Imp here for sure. And I think we chill, right? Spell Chain, tough. Intrinsic. Intrinsic on the tiresome climb is not a bad call. Let's just be real about that. It's a pretty good pickup. I don't think the spell chain is very good. What if I just self-infuse this fledgling imp? We just go hard crazy on this. This is really strong, but you need a defensive infusion line or a defensive scaling. This is like so offensively powerful that you need, Animus of Will infused into Steelworker or something, because you don't need offensive scaling whatsoever. Doing it now is not a good call. You may ask why. Because I actually think with the ashes, I would rather wait and see if I see like a welder helper or something. Spell chain is tough. I do think the intrinsic tiresome climb is going to be eventually a good choice. So let's just click that for now. This is good. And I'm going to move on. Let's think. Let's think. It's a bit difficult. Gosh, I hear noises downstairs. I think it's actually the cats. Tell you what, before I do Ring 2, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to investigate the cats. I'll let you know what happens. I'll be right back. Alright, and we are actually back now. That ended up being a much longer diversion than I was expecting, because the sounds I actually heard were my SO waking up. So we did Christmas morning. So it has actually been something on the order of an hour since I previously recorded and started this episode. So here we are, and I'm briefly talking to you about all of the cool things that happened on Christmas for me, because I don't remember what my deck does, and alright, I seem like I have a good idea of where we're at. But yeah, so I received Elden Ring. That's going to be an adventure unto itself. That's very exciting. Technically, I also received my big present this year early. Before my vacation, I received a set of luggage. I have been using some broken as heck pieces of luggage for quite a while now. So fixing that was valuable. Alright, we've got it. We're good. Remember, this is a Trainwreck episode, Dusk, so I need to be thinking about Trainwreck things. So we're at 25 here. If I assume I'm going to do 2 infusions on this run. One for an imp, one for my backline. That's 50. So I have 75, 90, 100, 150, 165. And then that with 25 will bring me up to 190. So 190 if I just do what I'm expecting on this run and don't dupe. If I do dupe something that has 10 shards, we should be good. So I don't have to take these things, right? This is not a very valuable spell chain. I mean, it could be okay, right? I could spell chain it a root seeds and then give it a -1 here, and that will be pretty okay. It's not bad, but it's also really low impact. I guess it would be a pretty okay -1, maybe an X5 or something. It would be alright. I mean, it's +4 and then +2 draw next turn. Feels so low impact to me in the end of this run, right? I can think of a million other things I'd rather do. I'll just wait on this, right? It's fine. If I desperately need to, I could save some Train Stewards for a final infusion. We'll just move on at 25 shards here. I just don't see the value otherwise in any of this other stuff. So, we'll move. We got the Endless anyway, so I think we're okay. I should be comfortable taking the Mark of Invasion here. Yes. It's free money. I think if I see a single imp, we're okay. Yeah, this will do. So we're gonna do Queen. We're gonna do the Animus in the back, and I'm gonna toss the Fledgling Imp in front here. We do take some damage. Fair. Not ideal, but that's okay. Okay, so I would like very much... We imp in front here. Good to do. That clears the floor and saves a bunch. I would like to imp mid-floor as well, potentially. Yeah, for sure. One thing worth noting, I don't have a lot of HP on this floor. That might be a concern. That's true. Could be a bad concern. We'll have to see, because we're not looking so great here. If I ping one here, we're okay. If I play the Queen Zimpling here, we're also fine, right? Because it yeets, saves that. It's fine. I'll play one middle. That'll be okay. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a concern for me. That's for sure. Let's see. 2-1. Swings, dies. Clears it. Not ideal. Tough. Okay, so pretty much our best bet now is going to be to double root seeds and hopefully draw into our... Yeah, we didn't draw into it. Now, I could guarantee that I hit it. However, I can deal with the backline spikes at least, and I can pull this thing forward. I could do Train Steward Imp here, which is not a bad idea. It does do some damage, and then take a Root Seeds. And the Root Seeds on middle is actually just going to be better here because it's an additional 20. My hope really is that I see a... literally anything. Ah, tiresome climb. You're killing me, friends. You are killing me. Tough. Well, see what we can do about that. It was a mistake playing the Train Steward. Not playing the Animus of Will here is the thing, right? So the Animus of Will needs to actually be sent, I believe. You put the Train Steward, then the Queen, then the Fledgling Imp. This was a mistake on my part, honestly. We just accept the damage taken here and move on, and we'll be alright. You play this Train Steward, and then we toss the Impling down. Ah, yeah, we killed two, so it's actually bad to do that, but that's okay. Cool, and then truly we just draw a card, actually, is the right play here. The goal about this, and really what you should be doing, is just planning around how do you actually make all this work. It's not too bad. You just need to watch the HP situation on that. That's really it. That's really it. So we just draw cards, we accept the rest of this damage that's coming in, and we will make it through without any real issue here. I do think I want to scale upstairs. It's important. I'm going to ping out the spikes. I think that matters. We scaled it back. Don't even bother with the Animus. And I mean, you could actually ascend this if you really wanted to, but I think that that is a mistake to do. And let's see, I can do an additional 68 to the boss if I simply ascend the front thing out of the way. And I mean, at this point you live, right? It's 4 hits, I think we take. She has 76 HP, which is... 76 is 4 hits. Yeah, so we actually are fine here. This is just trade HP, think a little harder, and you're fine. Yeah, well, it's okay. You know, it's fine. This is why, by the way, you really need to think a lot before coming back from a break where you step away from the screen for so long, because truly, sometimes you just don't notice that, oh no, whoops, I have killed myself. My bad. Anyway, we found the welder helper, so we are going to be fine on this run. is really what it comes down to. Yep, absolutely. Look, I feel bad about that damage that I took, that sacrifice on this one, but you gotta spare me on this one. It's Christmas Day, okay? I just got back from an hour. It's fine. You'll forgive me. Let's see. Edge Prior, Sharpen, Wildwood Sap. -1 sap is not a bad call, but we have this armor, so we are actually fine. We just skip this. It's okay. I go to the magic shop here because a -1 is good. I could also take a -2 in the temple. I also would be fine with like a double stack on the tiresome climb, potentially. We'll have to see. But we are going that way for sure. In the temple, another spell chain. Suboptimal, really. I will at least take this root seeds now. I don't really have much of a choice. We take the -1 here. Oh, interesting. First goes in that root seed, a holdover. I mean, you could do like holdover, tiresome climb, but I really don't like that here. I'd rather just redraw faster. So I'm going to skip all of these. 20 consume. You could put this on a fine grasp. Get rid of one of them. It's not a bad call. I'll do that. We'll spin this. I don't really need these other things. Take a -1 into the ritual here. And we are chillin'. This intrinsic, I mean, I need to take the shards as the problem. Large stone, shattered shell. I mean, that's certainly an option. Requires space because he's large. But that should win the run. Yep. True enough. The infusion that really matters here, in my opinion, is the Welder Helper right now. This, I think, will pay off a little more than anything else that we do. I do need to take this intrinsic. I guess I'll put it in a root seeds. It's okay. And we'll take the caverns. Strength stone? No. Honestly, Bone Shine, I'll take it. There's random turns where I could just yeet this out for some pyre health back. Makes us a little more cozy into this boss for what it's worth. But it does not really matter here, right? I can cut a card if I really want to, but I don't think I need to. We'll save our cash and move on. Sure, okay. Seems good. Alright, we should absolutely blast Talos. Not really concerned with it at all. So, it is fine. Now, I will just Shattered Shell in mid. We'll Queen upstairs, and I'm liable. I think the right choice is actually to ascend and daze Talos here, not do the other thing. This guarantees 2 rounds where it's not a huge deal. A lot of incoming damage. Let's just do it this way. That's better. We'll blast 1 on bottom. Because I'm not actually trying to scale Shattered Shell. If he does scale, fine. Right? Fine. But it's not a big deal to me. Sure, here's a Train Steward. We're not playing this Bone Shine yet, I don't believe. That's okay with me. Meanwhile, Shattered Shell is kind of just cruising here. I will play Fledgling Imp upstairs. Here's a Root Seed. It's fine. I want to draw around to the key unit. And we see it. Great work. So we get the Fledgling Welder Friend on time, which kind of saves a whole bunch of damage taken here. Can I actually save? Yeah, well, actually, I'm surprised. 7, 9, oh yeah, because they have the +2. It's fine. Oh no, we lost Shattered Shell. It's fine. I didn't actually need him here. And we kind of just cruise, honestly, is really the best that can be said. We are very, very strong. Right? I mean, we already win to the extent that I should actually just yeet the Bone Shine here and then take the rest, and that's okay. We are strong enough. Fine, no worries whatsoever. I mean, like, again, I guess I redrew it anyway, but we were fine no matter what. Not even close to a problem. So I got my 15 HP out of it, and I'll take that. That's fine. Alloy. Channel Song is an interesting choice. Remove Consume Last Stand is like an unnecessary, silly decision. You might as well, right? If I see a -2, it's good. That's funny. Channel Song's okay. It's a free draw a unit kind of situation, which could be okay. Alloy is just always correct. It's wrong to skip it. I am just going to take the Alloy here, I think. I think I scale fast enough that I don't need Last Stand. Vine Mother, Alpha Fiend, Branded Warrior with a multi-strike. He's here. He could do it. It could be his time. It's sad because I generate 10 rage from the Fledgling Imp. Why even bother with Branded Warrior? I think the play here really is just Animus of Will into Shattered Shell and then take space. And we just hyperscale that, I think. It's just gotta be correct. I guess you could actually do this Branded Warrior here, right? You could do Branded Warrior and take Ember instead, which is actually kind of probably better. And then I stick the Animus into him. He hits 3 times. That's enough. Yeah, actually, Branded Warrior. We'll do it. I can take Ember now instead, which is good. I don't need the space because of Root Seeds, so that's good. I'll go to the right here. Take some Pyre Health. Take the Horde. Pyre Wall, Gnarled Root, Bloating Fungus. I think it's Pyre Wall here. I'm going to another multi-strike. This is too much, I think. I think the +25 is vastly correct. Play the important thing, right? Yes. We'll take the +25 here. I guess I could keep Shattered Shell. Kind of a weird world where I'm considering putting the multi-strike in him, right? It's a strange universe. I think it is just better to do the +30 here and set up this Branded Warrior to be the play. I'm going to cut something. I think it needs to be one of these units, right? Animus is my infusion, so he hits 3 times. Yeah, I mean, I think it's that simple, right? I don't need to do anything else fancy. Take HP on Imperialist, no problem. The rest of this run is pretty straightforward, I think. I don't actually need the shell, but the thing is the shell is actually pretty useful in these next few combats. So I think cutting the Trained Stewards is going to be a more valuable decision overall. And I'm going to save my money for this Trinket Shop because we are going there, for sure. Heaven Seal, we should be clean on this, I think. Yeah, we'll easily handle this. Not worried about it. Yeah, especially with a turn like that. I will just drop the Animus, actually, and start the scaling. In fact... Nah, there's no reason to. I was going to say, in fact, we could get away with just scaling otherwise, but it does not actually matter. Does not actually matter at all. Scaling or something. Branded Warrior, honestly, doing great. He's chilling too. Cool. Great work. I mean, Branded Warrior's gonna do fine on middle. He's chilling. Here's Shellman downstairs. You may as well toss him some rage. I guess that was a mistake, but it's fine. It's fine. And then what, we just toss the Queen Zimpling here and we're fine overall. We use some Root Seeds to get by a bit. Sure, seems okay to me. Eventually the enemies will kill that, which is good. But you can see we're so far ahead, I just don't have to worry too terribly much about it. We are, as they say, cruising. Yeah, we are extremely strong. I'll save the HP upstairs. I will just draw cards here. I'm going to pull a unit forward. Seems good. Good work. Go team. Now I'm going to play Queen Zimpling and Welder Helper on middle. They do like 200 damage, which is really funny. You can just kind of see how strong this is when you see the ashes, right? Hey, look, we did it. Great work. Worn Grindstone, sure, why not? Don't see a reason not to do something like that. The important work is just the pick here, for sure. I like the March of Shields, genuinely. It's got a double stack on it, but the fact that I have an important work with a permafrost, that's really nice. You know, that's just really, really nice. We'll take it, for sure. Honestly, 20 armor is good, but there's a reason I took the alloy. I think it's just better for this particular case. Pyrogrow, another interesting option, I suppose. Not a bad call. I could take this in Graft. It is a free heal. I will, actually. This will buy me some turns, I think, into the Divinity, potentially. We go to the right. Boons, boons. Look at the shop real quick. Unbroken Horn. Split Anvil is maybe fine, right? Because I can use the Tiresome Climb to play a Root Seeds, but that seems strange. I don't want to take Volatile Gauge. I'll take the Anvil because it's maybe something. Unbroken Horn, Advanced Prototype, Consumed Crown, no. I'll take the Resonant Shard here. That's a for sure. And that's a good pickup. I think I will now just remove a Train Steward, I believe. I can remove both because I have this shell in this run right now. I can clean this up quite a bit, and we can kind of chill and move on, and that'll be okay. This is going to be a quick run now that I'm kind of back at it. We are way ahead of the curve. I have the Endless, I have the Imperialist, I have something that hits multiple times. Honestly, we are in a good position. Very little to be said. Does not matter. Should do this guy, though, because reasons. Yeah. Main reason being that it goes away, so... So the plan here is you put Big Imp up there, and we double Queen Zimpling on middle to get the Collector. Cool, and now we have cruised. We are, as they say, fine. I go downstairs, I play one imp, I play another imp, I use the important work on it. I could do imp things on middle floor. Yes, yeah, he dies, right? Yeah, he totally does, which is actually shockingly good. And then we just blast downstairs, and that's also fine. Cool. Honestly, great news. That should result in multiple slays upstairs. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, seems good. Cool. Great work. We even get a slay upstairs. Incredible. We take the healing. I mean, I guess I could have put that on the downstairs if I had really wanted to, but it's fine. And we should be okay, I believe. I may as well shoot a whole bunch here. This is a great example of just shoot the bad man, pretty much. And yeah, we have a lot of turns where I can just beat through the enemies, right? We do Welder Friend downstairs. I'm gonna important work him and do it again. That will just buy turns, which I appreciate. And yeah, should be good, right? Want to play the armor middle? Yeah, we are super fine into this Crystal Cloak, right? That buys like 4 turns right there. And then you just do again on middle and we actually get through it all pretty much. So not even a concern in the world. Cool. Like there goes all the stealth, which means she's extremely dead. And we did it. Great work. I don't even need to play the other ones. Cool. This will be fine then. Transcend Imp. Transcend Imp. I mean, I don't mind winning the run. That seems like a good idea. Quick Tome. Honestly, I don't love this remove consume on it. I could just take this Preserved Thorns instead, which is pretty solid. Or, I mean, Quick Tome is good, though, right? Quick Tome is a pretty solid pickup. Yeah. Quick Tome does a lot of things. You can Quick Tome the Queen, and she heats the floor early, which is pretty neat. That stops a lot of incoming damage. I mean, I think it's got to be this Quick Tome. This is just too good to skip, even if it is Remove Consume. I do want to go to this dupe here. I'm going to boons, take the removals. We're going to take everything in this temple. 100%. I'll toss a plus 30 at this Vine Grasp that's not removed. Another intrinsic. I mean, I'm going to put that in the alloy here. I think that's probably the best choice here. Simply because it guarantees that my floor doesn't die. We're going to infuse now. We do the Animus into the Branded Warrior. For sure. That third hit is valuable. Good. I now cut some cards. I'm going to cut... Honestly, pretty tough to decide what you even cut here. There's a lot of stuff in this run, but none of it's bad. You could cut some Queen's Implings. I don't need that many. I may as well, right? Might as well. I suppose so. The dupe now is probably the Imp. It seems weird, but it will be pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, this guarantees a lot of value, and then it also solves my shard question. How do I actually reach the Divinity? This is a consistency decision. I don't actually need 2 imps. It's strictly because I do not wish to... I don't want to lose them, right? Send Curse Friend. Yeah, the only reason I'm doing it is because I do not want to... lose because I didn't draw it fast enough, right? That's really it. You do Shell downstairs. He doesn't get the kills unless I hit this imp in front. Good. I may as well hit the boss, I suppose. Fine, I'll take the rage here. Sure. Seems good. Seems good. Bottom floor, that hurts. But I think we're okay. I could actually accept this and then just ping. I don't think that's worth it. I mean, I should ping anyway, simply to save him the 30 HP, but otherwise, just take a ton of value here. Save the 9, yeet that imp, it's fine. This should be okay, right? Yeah, we are 100% cruising here. We bring the imp back around, we throw it. I'm going to toss an imp downstairs. I may as well heal downstairs. It's a good idea. And I'll toss some more rage at the floor, I suppose. And then we take the everything else. Yeah, sure. Seems okay. There's a rally trigger upstairs, which I don't love. I'm not going to do anything too rash. How do I get through this, though, is the real question. We just root seeds around to the next one, I think. It's really all I can consider here. Yep, that'll be it. I realize it's there, but we'll draw into it. It's fine. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to play Transcend Imp, and none of it's going to matter. So we do Imp Man downstairs, which is cool. I'm going to toss him. I don't want to do anything too dumb. I'm just going to play the big imp upstairs. That's good. We love to see it. Here's some HP, friend. And then here's some more rage for no real reason. And we should be fine. Cool. Great work. I mean, the bottom floor is actually also cruising, but this is kind of the intent, right? I was expecting as much, so not a big deal. I just keep playing cards, and we crunch, right? Full-on crunch. Cool. Even bottom floor is outrageously powerful right now, so I'm not really concerned about it in the least. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to put that Wildwood Tome in the back for the moment. Oh no, I did a bad job. I could have saved 1 Ember. It's fine. Shoot the bad man. We're good. Get through all the stealth on the bottom floor, which is good. And honestly, the rest of it is easy here. Easy. Cool. We have a trillion armor. We win the run. Great work. Good job. Crunch. Cool. All right. What are we doing? Cycle of Life? Double stack Cycle of Life. Meanwhile, let's talk about Quick Shard Channeler here. I am going to take the 0 channel song because it just draws an imp, and that's fine. Space? Could be space, and then I can play both imps on the same floor. That seems fully unnecessary. We're just going to take card draw here. Fully unnecessary. Divine Artifact. Wow, look at that. I don't care. And we move on. I don't even really need anything from that steel shop, I suppose. But what about this magic shop? Like, what am I doing here? Tossing a -1 at something is pretty okay. I guess, sure. You could have maybe seen an overstack on that side, but it does not really matter. I will take the Lightstone Casing, actually. I think that's a good pickup. First, Hell Pact. No payoff. I guess Scorching Restraints is fine. Although I'll take the Concussive Pulse because maybe it lets this... I mean, maybe I actually keep this Shattered Shell and he actually does okay, right? Shockingly. Double stack. Okay, so one of the cool things I like about this is I can do -1 Tiresome Climb and then double stack it, which is pretty nifty. Alternatively, I get this 0 cost Ritual of Battle, which is a great pickup. Or I can double stack from this position, make it 2 cost. Double stack Tiresome Climb is pretty cool. You know, that's pretty cool, in my opinion. Honestly, the -1 on it is fine. Yeah, truly, that's pretty solid. Because this lets me, this lets me do a lot of cool things with it. On the first turn with that Split Anvil. 20 consume, I don't think I need this. I will take a -1 into... Honestly, the Wildwood Tome, probably. Make it a little more playable. Although the Engraft is pretty good too. I'm just going to put it on Engraft. It's a free +1 Ember kind of pickup. And we chill. It is, of course, Imperialist 3. Alright, we move on. Fine. Armor Emblem, it will not matter. We are way ahead of the curve here. Verdict is... well, not much. Honestly, not many options here for the moment. I will double stack Ascend one of these guys just to get it out of the way. Hey, I do need to play the Fledgling Imp here. It's important that I do. I also want to play the Shattered Shell on middle. I think that's important. He takes a bunch of damage. He takes just absolute truckloads of damage here, but that's okay. I'm going to toss the Channel Song, see what I hit. Honestly, he can go live on middle floor and take a bunch of this damage. I'm going to pull Imp forward. This at least gets this gets most of this damage into the Gilded Wings. And also gives us a quick tome situation here, which I quite like. You may as well actually play the Transcend Imp when you look at it like this. It's not incredible, but it's fine. Sure. I think we'll be in an okay state from this point. Yeah, because all you have to do is hit one of these Fledgling Imp nonsenses and you are fine. Right? Yeah. Good stuff. Cool. Get some rage out of it. Our Our friggin' Shattered Shell is doing excellent work, by the way. He is absolutely crushing it here, which is surprising, but welcome. We'll take it. You know, something I've learned that has helped me out a lot on these 200 shard runs is just have like a large stone random dude, you know? Just have a large stone guy. And he does pretty well, honestly. He does remarkably well. We keep him alive. That's really impressive, honestly. We'll just cycle it again, play the imp again, and then shoot something downstairs. Honestly, like, look at this mid floor. Very surprising. He's just doing great work. He lived. Impressive. He's clearing this floor, which is also shockingly impressive. What I should do here is play the tiresome climb on the dude in the middle, by that big guy, so I get to play every single root seeds here, which is cool. I guess I can just kill the imp, right? It's fine. Yeah, sure. Great news. Great work, honestly. Cool, and then we ascend to the man in the middle, I suppose, or the boss, rather. Send him up. Kills that floor. We get... Yeah, you know, that's a reasonable chunk of damage. We can actually just straight up win on this floor. Yeah, alright, cool. Honestly, good work, champ. Look at this guy. He wins. He just beats the actual dirt out of this boss. My random Shattered Shell without an infusion just takes it. Ah yes, Inferno. Is this a good card? Yes, it is. Will I click Inferno? Yes, I will. It's Inferno. Holdover Ensnare is outrageous. Of course we click it. Look at this. Imagine Capricious Reflection. Imagine hating Capricious Reflection for any reason. Now I have to take everything from this temple, which is no problem. So we can go chase some removals and magic shot value here, and this will be fine. Right? Just take some value here. No -2s. Feels bad, but that's okay. Take everything else, I suppose. Another intrinsic? Good grief. Good grief. What am I doing with intrinsic here? That's a tough question. I'm going to make Inferno cost 1 here. 20 consume? I don't think so. Remove consume? Also don't think so. Double stack? Ever seen Rooted 2 -1 holdover double stack? That's pretty funny. I actually think the Alloy of the Ancients double stack is correct here. The -1 will go into... Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Right? Yeah, sure. Here's a -1. I'll put it into Wildwood Tome for funsies. I'm going to be cutting some stuff. I'm going to take this infusion, by the way. I didn't even bother looking for the Queen Zimpling Transcend Imp nonsense. There's just no reason to do it, I don't think. You could play Endless into the Shattered Shell for good measure, which is funny when you think about it, but unnecessary. I think I'm just going to take the Fledgling Imp and put it into Shattered Shell or the Transcend Imp here. Sure. I mean, honestly, if you're going to do anything in a Transcend Imp, it may as well be Queen Zimpling, right? This is at least just like one-shot blast kind of deal. Now, if I intrinsic something here, I can take advantage of the tiresome climb, which is pretty cool. Just intrinsic Inferno, I suppose, is a great choice. Look at the trinket shop real quick. Hell's Banners. That's fun. Sinner Salve. Unnecessary. Thorn Casing. Hell's Banners will proc basically every turn. Sure. We'll take it. And then look. The rest of it doesn't matter. I'm going to just remove Queen Zimplings here. Yeah. I'm just going to cut Queen Zimplings. These cards, I do not need them. Goodbye. Fine. I'm leaving in that guy, by the way. He's chilling. I'm gonna take another removal, but what are we even cutting at this point? It's kind of a difficult decision. Not a lot. Deck doesn't have very much. I mean, at this point, you may as well just buy jack strips or something, right? Yeah, you might as well just buy jack strips at that point. All right, we're fine. 230 out of 100. Cool, let's move on. Great work. Great work. Oh, what a good turn. You just play Shardtail Queen, Branded Warrior. I then ascend something because you may as well. I mean, you might as well ascend the boss, I guess, right? And then we play this big alloy, root seeds, then we Inferno the bottom floor. Good work, great job. The sap is going to cause trouble up until the point when it doesn't, which is great fun. Just going to quicken the back, I think. I guess I could Shattered Shell downstairs and quick him. I will toss the Channel Song. Ooh, hitting this other guy is real good. Real good. Yeah, sure, here you go. Cool, he's gonna like clear half the floors now, which is hilarious, honestly. Hilarious. Well, the whole floor is dazed. Seems good. Here's a random fledgling imp. Great work. Here's... I mean, you welder helper friend first. Can't kill him, unfortunately. That's okay. Honestly, it's fine. We just hold over cards, pretty much. Bottom floor is going completely mad with power, which is great work. Kind of exactly what you're hoping for, honestly. Absolutely what you're hoping for. We just lock things down. Nothing matters. We have the win. For sure. Bottom floor is still just cruising, as it turns out. Fun. All right. So we do... Interesting. You do Welder Helper, Vine Grasp, and then you Tia this floor for good measure. That seems reasonable. Sure. We then ascend the boss. Oh no, hold up. You Inferno middle, then ascend the boss up. And now we absolutely crunch. Casual 1600 damage. This is beyond power at this point, right? It's just very little actually matters. So it's just, okay, imp plus play the imp again. Seems reasonable. And then we ascend the boss, I suppose. You may as well at this stage. There's just not much else to say. At long last, the imp dies on bottom floor. I mean, you can see even my completely garbage downstairs imp nonsense is still doing outrageous effective work. There's just no arguing how strong we are here. So it's pretty cool. Right? Bottom floor is clearing waves, for the record. Cool, so if I kill this imp downstairs and then play it again, we get another 700 damage there. That seems reasonable. I can also ascend a unit up. And we just play a whole bunch of things, honestly, and it's fine. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, we almost win on the Shattered Shell floor, which is absolutely stupid when you think about it. There's no reason that that should actually come close to winning. And yet it does. Sure, whatever, it doesn't matter. We have the victory. It's fine. Just press end turn. And then I ascend the boss and lose. Oh no, how could I? It's fine, he just crunches him in one hit. I was actually looking there to see if there was a world where I could ascend him and not lose, because I like disrespecting the boss like that. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Cool, so we do Queen, we do Animus Friend. I'm gonna put the everything else in the back. We're just gonna ascend the boss because I don't feel like dealing with the risk there. We Inferno out floor 1. Seems good. Cool. We are gonna play Shattered Shell downstairs. Welder Friend up top. Welder Friend on bottom. Cool. I mean, I'm going to wait for the next draw through to do anything with this Transcend Imp. It's fine. Sure. Bottom floor, shockingly in good state here. I'm going to play Imp upstairs. We're going to important work it and do it again. Absolutely. We hit the T-Yaw, which is very, very funny. A quick tome. Honestly, down bottom. It saves a little bit of HP. Might as well. I could just toss this Tia downstairs and win on the bottom floor, pretty much. Nah, it's fine. I'll wait. Put it upstairs. Sure. I'm not really worried about it. It's fine. We can keep this guy alive, so I'm not really concerned, right? It is, as they say, okay. Pull that man forward. Seems good. All right. This will clean up pretty well, I believe. Yeah, and so now it's a question. Now it's just Imp downstairs. Imp downstairs, yeah. We then take this opportunity to play a ridiculous Queen Zimpling upstairs. Cool. I then do the thing with the boss again. And we're fine, right? Yeah. Great work. Good job. Get another quick tome. That's pretty neat. I do like that. As you can see, we are literally clearing entire floors at this stage. If I just quick in front, we actually, in our back actually, we actually save all of that damage, which is fun. I will just Inferno the bottom middle floor, which is hilarious to me. We'll take some extra rage. Sure, why not? Meanwhile, bottom floor is doing excellent work. The Imp cannot be stopped. We're there. We've done it, is the way I will describe it. There's nothing that can stand in our way. So, there you go. Oh, we actually win on this floor. Never mind. I was gonna say, nothing can stop me. Haha, and then play another turnout or something. But we actually just crush it, so that's fine. So if you ignore the fact that, hey, you want to hear a good strategy for playing Monster Train? Don't play Monster Train in the middle of Christmas morning. Step away for an hour and then YOLO when you come back. It's one of the downsides of this series. Anyway, I'm going to the run summary. It's one of the downsides of this particular series because I don't take it. I'm trying to win, okay? Don't get me wrong. But because I'm not taking it as seriously, and when I say that, I mean, I'm not going to toil over finding the nuanced way of getting through a combat, right? If I lose a combat and it's because I just didn't think, I'm going to just reroll the combat in this particular series. This is just something I do on Trainwreck. Now, for Train of Thought, I won't do that. On Train of Thought, a personal opinion, at 100 shards, I should be able to win every combat, no reset, full stop. So you can expect that on that series. And also, I try not to do that on Curse Seeds. On Curse Seeds, if something is truly, truly doomed, I think I might reset for the educational value. But on average, I won't do it. Here, I'm just sending it on 200 plus shard stuff, getting a sense for it. Even little things like the fact that I was at 25 shards on ring 2 here, that's more than I would have on 100 shards. I would not have done that, right? I would be playing it super lightweight, super chill, you know? and as a result be a lot safer. So it's fine. Did I actually have 225 shards there? I'm trying to remember. I think I just maybe YOLO'd and didn't buy a plus 10 into my Animus like I would have normally. I think that's actually it. I think I just didn't look at everything and consider it fast enough because I came back and was just kind of sending it. So fair enough. Important to note, it's easy to lose good runs if you just don't pay attention early game. This is an absolute unstoppable, incredible high roll. You start Ashes into a Queen run with Imperialist, and your first shot shows you Endless. You can't lose if you play correctly at that point. But it's also easy to not play correctly. Things like taking this Mark of Invasion and just throwing Queen in front unintelligently, easy way to lose, right? Easy way to just send it and be like, oh dang, guess I lost the run kind of deal. You have to think a little harder. So in that case, you just need to, if you're going to do this, you need to think a little bit harder and accept that you're going to take 37 damage in exchange for your pride and your hubris. Your hubris is really what does it. So just be careful about that stuff is the way I would say it. People have mentioned in comments that they don't really care as much on this series. No one has raised a big stink over it. I'm playing this series a lot more kind of lackadaisical, for lack of a better term, simply because I can. And sometimes it's fun to just let loose a little bit and just make big number go big and then learn along the way. This is actually very similar to how I learned while playing the game the first time. So while learning 100 shards, one of the main things that I did was just try anything. And if I lost, oh, I understand. I know what I could have done differently, kind of thing. And then just change it up real quick, do the reset of it. That was how I learned, and it helped a lot. But nowadays, I don't obviously do that at all. At least for the 100 shard runs. Anyway, I'm spending so much time talking about this particular nuance of this run because there's very little to say elsewhere. I think that, Capricious Reflection is, and always will be, in my opinion, the correct choice early in a run. A lot of people have all differing opinions on this, but I think statistically you are unlikely to see any of the things that are scary, and if you do, you can make do. I mean, you saw that large Shattered Shell. Honestly, this dude did great. This guy did great. He could have been my line. It is fine. And we ended up going with a multi-strike branded warrior. This is fine too. His scaling was not that important. I was applying so much scaling via, imps that did this matter. It's not that big of a deal. I just grabbed him because he already had the multi-strike, which is cool. But you could have just as easily have gone with the Animus of Will. Toss the plus 25 on her and been just as successful. 3 hits, right? It would have been basically the same. You just don't start with the Rage. You don't get the Slay. I mean, it is technically better to go the other way. Alternatively, the Shattered Shell line would have also won. Just take space at some point instead of Ember and you would have been okay. But, a lot of options. This run had so many different directions to go to a win. It's all good. A lot of the other choices I made along the way were just to shore up initial weaknesses. Things like taking the Intrinsic on the Tiresome Climb, Intrinsic on Alloy of the Ancients. These are just good choices. Hitting this Lightstone casing. Look how upgraded my deck is, right? 3 upgrades, 3 upgrades, 3. Huge. The value out of the Lightstone casing here is disgusting. And we had, so much value from other things, so many -1s that I wouldn't have had otherwise, random holdovers that make it so I basically can't lose, this permafrost and important work just in case I happen to not have an imp on hand to hold it over or whatever, keep it for a good turn. I mean, just so many kind of security choices that popped up here. So honestly, very strong, very good overall. Didn't really need any other high rolls once you see the Ashes with this stupid imp setup and you have Imperialist, you're golden. So the run is straightforward. That does bring us up to 29 wins on the series. I will take it. So fair enough. So yeah, I'll let you go there. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike. If you want, you can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.